Hello everyone and welcome to our new video. Today we are embarking to a journey through time as we explore the fascinating history of information technology. IT has revolutionized our world in countless ways, from the way we work and communicate to how we learn, play, and even think. But have you ever wondered how we got here? How did IT evolve from simple counting tools to the complex digital systems we use today? Understanding the history of IT is not just about appreciating the technological advancement we've made. It's about understanding the challenges we've overcome, the lessons that we learned, and the people who dedicated their lives to pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's a story of human ingenuity, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. So, whether you're a seasoned IT professional or a student or just someone curious about the world of technology, this video is for you. Let's dive into the captivating history of IT and see how far we have come. Firstly, let's talk about the chronology of this video. We'll start from the early beginnings, then we'll go to the 20th century, then the era of personal computers, the rise of the internet and the digital revolution, the 21st century, and we'll make the conclusion at the end. Let's start our journey at the very beginning. The history of IT can be traced back to the invention of the abacus around 3000 years before Christ. This simple counting tool, made up of beds on a series of rods, was used by ancient civilizations for arithmetic calculations. While it may seem primitive by today's standards, the abacus laid the groundwork for the development of more complex computing devices. One of such devices was the mechanical computer, designed by Charles Babbage in the 19th century. Known as the father of the computer, Babbage designed the analytical engine, a machine that could be programmed to perform the mathematical calculations, although it was never fully built during his lifetime. Babbage's design was revolutionary. It introduced the concept of a programmable machine, a fundamental principle that underpins modern computers. These early beginnings set the stage for the technological advancement that were to come. They marked the first steps in our journey towards the digital age, a journey that would accelerate rapidly in the centuries to follow. So let's move forward in time and we see what happens next. As we move into the 20th century, the pace of technological advancement begins to quicken. The early part of this century saw the development of the first electronic computers. These were not the sleek, compact devices we are familiar with today. Instead, they were massive machines that filled entire rooms. One of the most notable of these was ENIAC, or Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, built in the 1940s, often considered the first general-purpose electronic computer. The ENIAC was used primarily for military and scientific purposes. In the 1950s and 60s brought us the era of mainframe computers. These powerful machines were capable of processing large amounts of data and were used by large organizations for tasks like census data processing and scientific research. This era also saw the development of the first programming language, like Fortran and COBOL, which allowed humans to communicate with computers in a more intuitive way. Perhaps one of the most significant developments of this era was the creation of the first computer network, the ARPANET. It laid the groundwork for the Internet as we know it today. They allowed computers to communicate with each other, sharing data and resources, and opened up a whole new world of possibilities. The 20th century was a time of rapid innovation and progress in the field of IT. It set the stage for the digital revolution that was to come. A revolution that would change our world in ways we could hardly imagine. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. Let's continue our journey and we see what the next era of IT has in our. As we move into the 1970s and 80s, we enter an era that many of us are familiar with, the era of personal computers. This was a time when computers began to shrink in size and increase in power, making them accessible to the general public for the first time. Two companies played a pivotal role in this revolution: Apple and IBM. In 1976, Apple introduced the Apple I, a desktop computer that was sold as a motherboard. This was followed by the Apple II, which was a major success and helped to popularize personal computers. Not to be outdone, IBM launched the IBM Personal Computer, or IBM PC, in 1981. The IBM PC was designed to be user-friendly and affordable, making it a popular choice for businesses and households alike. It also set the standard for PC compatibility, a standard that still holds today. The rise of personal computers was a game changer. For the first time, individuals had the power of computing at their fingertips. They could write documents, create spreadsheets, play games, and even program their own software. This era also saw the development of the graphical user interface, or GUI, which made computers even more user-friendly. The era of personal computers marked a major shift in the history of IT. It brought computing out of the realm of scientists and large organizations and into the homes of everyday people. And as we'll see, this was just the beginning of the digital revolution. As we move into the 90s, we witnessed the birth of a technology that would change our world forever: the internet. The internet is a global network of interconnected computers, allowed for the rapid and easy exchange of information across vast distances. It was a revolutionary concept, and it would pave the way for the digital age. One of the key developments of this era was the creation of the World Wide Web by Sir Tim Berners-Lee. The web, a system of interlinked hypertext documents accessed via the internet, made it easy for people to navigate the vast amount of information available online. It was the birth of the internet as we know it today. But the 1990s didn't just give us the internet. This era also saw the advent of mobile phones. These devices, which started as bulky, expensive gadgets, would evolve into the sleek, powerful smartphones we use today. Mobile phones made communication even more accessible and convenient, and they would play a crucial role in the digital revolution. This rise of the internet and mobile phones marked the beginning of the digital revolution. This was a time of rapid technological advancement, where digital technology began to permeate every aspect of our lives, from the way we work and learn to how we communicate and entertain ourselves. The digital revolution has transformed our world in countless ways, and as we'll see, the revolution is far from over. As we step into the 21st century, we find ourselves in the midst of a digital revolution. This era has been marked by the rise of several transformative technologies, each of which has had a profound impact on our lives. Firstly, we have smartphones. These devices, which are essentially handheld computers, have become ubiquitous. They've revolutionized communication, entertainment, and even the way we work. Companies like Apple and Samsung have led the way with their iPhones and Galaxy phones becoming symbols of the smartphone era. Next, we have cloud computing. This technology allows us to store and access data over the internet rather than on a local computer or server. It has made our digital lives more flexible and collaborative, and it's transformed the way businesses operate. Then we have social media. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have changed the way we communicate and share information. They have given us new ways to connect with each other, and they have had a profound impact on everything from politics to pop culture. We also can't forget about big data. This refers to the vast amount of data that are generated every day, from social media posts to online transactions. Big data has given us new insights into human behavior and has opened up new possibilities in fields like marketing, healthcare, and urban planning. Finally, there is artificial intelligence, or AI. AI refers to machines or software that can mimic human intelligence. It's a field that is still in its early stages, but it's already having a big impact, from voice assistants like Siri or Alexa to self-driving cars and recommendation algorithms. These technologies have made IT an integral part of our lives. They have transformed the way we work, learn, communicate, and entertain ourselves. They have brought us into a new era of connectivity and information, an era that's full of possibilities and challenges. As we look to the future, it's clear that the story of IT is far from over. As we come to the end of our journey through the history of IT, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've seen how IT has evolved from the simple abacus to the complex digital systems of today. We've traced the development of the first electronic computers, the rise of personal computers, the advent of the internet, and the digital revolution that has transformed our world. We've also seen how IT has become an integral part of our lives, from the smartphones in our pockets to the cloud services we use every day. IT is everywhere. It's changed the way we work, learn, communicate, and entertain ourselves. It's given us new ways to connect with each other and to access information. But perhaps the most important lesson is that IT is a field that's always evolving. The technologies we use today, like smartphones and cloud computers, were unimaginable just a few decades ago. And the technologies of the future, like artificial intelligence and quantum computing, are just beginning to show their potential. So, what does the future hold for IT? It's hard to say for sure, but one thing is certain: it will continue to evolve. It will continue to shape our world in ways we can't even imagine. And as we move forward into this exciting future, we'll continue to learn, adapt, and innovate, because that's what IT is all about: using technology to solve problems, make our lives better, and to create a brighter future for us all. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of IT. I hope you found this fascinating as I have, and I look forward to exploring the future of IT with you in our upcoming videos. Thank you for your